Team Nigeria bows out of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games with no medal to our name. That's very disappointing. We start off today's show on your number one sports show on Lagos Traffic Radio Sport Lounge. My name is Oluwole. So much is happening, of course. It was a thrilling game for Team USA and, of course, the host France in the gold medal event of the basketball game between Team USA and, of course, Team France, which went down to a nervy moment with the likes of former NBA star Scottie Pippen and even Megan Rapinoe right there to cheering Team USA as they went on to winning. And of course, some of the backdrop behind the scenes stories from the Olympic Games with Thomas Bach. Yes, the current IOC president has said this will be the last Olympic Games he will be taking charge of, as he's looking forward to the next IOC president and, of course, the elections with Lord Sebastian Coe of Great Britain already considering going in and, of course, being one of the top candidates to throw in his nomination for the IOC presidency. Welcome to another edition of Sport Lounge. My name remains Oluwole. Of course, football is gradually coming back. Yes, yesterday evening we saw the game between Manchester City and Manchester United as Manchester City went on to win the Community Shield, playing a 1-0 draw, but then, of course, they won that 7-6 on after the penalty shootout. And, of course, the transfer window is still on. Yes, Tottenham Hotspurs have brought in someone that might be a replacement for Harry Kane in Dominic Solanke. So I'll just take this break and, of course, we'll come back. We start off with stories from the Olympic Games. Yes, of course, we start off from Paris 2024 Olympic Games, where Team USA eventually wrapped up the game events, defeating Team France in the gold medal basketball event. They won that game 67-66 to ensure that they take gold with a record-breaking 8 games in a row, meaning the USA have moved level with, of course, in the gold medal tally with China. But then, of course, what separates both of them is because of the number of silver medals that the United States have won with 44 and China's 27. But then, of course, the basketball game event, which went down yesterday, earlier today, before I came into the studio, Team USA were trailing 53-51 with 5 minutes to play. However, of course, the girls from the United States pushed it, and of course, they eventually went on to win that game 67-66, just by a 1-point difference between both of them. Of course, for Gabby Williams of France, who was born in Nevada, America, she actually scored when it was 67. It was 67-62. However, she scored a point. But then, by the time they looked at it, they found out that it was not a 3-point. So that was just an extra 2 points for Team France, which made the game eventually end 67-64. And by that one, when it was 67-64, Gabby Williams scored a 2-pointer, hoping that game would take it into overtime. However, it was judged that it was just a 2-point. It was 2 points. Basket she made, so that eventually made the game end 67-66. So a sad one for them, Team France. However, after the proceedings, of course, the president of France, Emmanuel Macron, was there. He went on to cheer on the girls, and they got a very loud ovation from their supporters, including Victor Wembanyama. Yes, yesterday he was in action for Team France, as they also lost to Team USA in the men's basketball event, the gold medal match. So, of course, not a good one, I must say, for France, with both male and female meeting USA, and USA just went on to end their dreams of winning gold medal. Of course, after that event, yes, the coach of the men's basketball team for France. Yes, he stepped down and, of course, trying to see what's next for him. He has stepped down as the coach of the French basketball national team. And of course, it's a good one, I must say, for Team France. And they've been able to put themselves in a good state and to ensure that whatever it is, it's been a very good competition for them. Of course, in other news from the Olympic Games, we know that Iman Khalif, yes, of course, went on to win the boxing event, and she has eventually even filed a legal proceeding based on how the lots of call for her, stepping down and not continue to compete as a as a boxing, athlete. This was based on the fact that for the International Boxing Association, she was disqualified last year in the Boxing World Championship based on the peculiarity of sexuality. And but then, of course, for IOC, they've stated that she can go on to compete herself. And of course, Chinese Taipei's Lin Yong, yes, they both went on to win gold medal in their respective classifications. Of course, for Lin Yong, for Chinese Taipei, she won the 57 kg. And so, good one for every of the athletes. Of course, it's not really look good for Team Nigeria at the Olympic Games. However, hopefully, this is an opportunity for us to look back and take a quick stock of what really went. Of course, definitely, I would talk about Team Nigeria's performance at the Olympic Games. But then, of course, the medals table at the end of course, we know that in a couple of hours, yes, less than about 2 hours, the closing ceremony for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games will be coming, and of course the event will come to a close. Of course, we know that in a couple of weeks' time, we will have the Paralympics. Yes, will be going down. The summer Paralympic Games in Paris as well will be going down. Of course, we have 24 Nigerian athletes going to represent Nigeria. But then, still sticking with the Paris Olympics 2024, the medals table: USA 40 gold medals with 44 silver medals and 42 bronze medals, with a total of 126 medals. The record breaking number they've recorded since the Olympic Games began. And then, of course, second is Team China with 40 gold medals, but then, of course, they have 27 silver medals and, of course, 24 bronze medals, making it a total of 91 medals. Japan finished second with 20 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and, of course, 13 bronze medals, a total of 45 medals, with Australia coming fourth with 18 gold medals, 19 silver medals, and, of course, 16 bronze medals, a total of 53 medals. And then Team France, the host, yes, finished in fifth position with 16 gold medals, 26 silver, and of course 22 bronze medals, having a total of 64 medals. Of course, not long ago they also won another silver medal, so that is going to be 27 silver medals for Team rather they've won a total of for France is 64 medals in total. For Team GB, yes, of course, they came seventh with 14 gold medal, 22 silver medals, and 29 bronze medals, total of 65 medals. Netherlands came sixth on the rankings with 15 gold medals, 27 medals, 7 silver medals, and 12 bronze medals, a total of 34 medals. Korea came ninth with 13 gold medals, 9 silver medals, and 10 bronze medals, a total of 32 medals. Italy with 12 came ninth with 12 gold medals, 13 silver medals, and 15 bronze medals, total of 40 medals. And then, of course, the top 10, Germany finished it with 12 gold medals, 13 silver medals, and 8 bronze medals, total of 33 medals. So, those are the top 10 nations at the end of the proceedings at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Canada came 12th, and then, of course, for Africa, we have the likes of Kenya. Of course, for Algeria, yes, they had 2 gold medals, and then, of course, 1 bronze medal. Of course, Algeria leads Team Africa with the highest number of um, gold medals won because they had 3 medals. But then, of course, the likes of South Africa has the highest number of medals won for Africa. Team Africa won gold medal, 3 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals. Total of 6 medals. For Ethiopia, they had 1 bronze, 1 gold medal, and 3 silver medals. Total of 4 medals. And then Egypt as well, 1 gold medal, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Total of 3 medals. With Tunisia as well with 1 gold medal, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Well, that's what. Of course, for the long distance races, the likes of Ethiopia and of course Kenya didn't do as much as expected. But then, of course, Uganda also had 2 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver. And yes, so that's it. Algeria had the most medals won at the end of proceedings at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. So hopefully, when the next Olympic Games will be hosted in 2028 in Los Angeles. So, well, hopefully preparations begins towards that. From there, of course, we go to the tennis courts where Jarek Sinner lost to Rublev in the Andrei Rublev in the quarterfinals of the Canadian Open. Yes, world number one, Jarek Sinner, who couldn't compete at the 2024 Olympic Games because of injury, as was knocked out in the Canadian Open by Russia's Andrei Rublev. He lost 6-1, 1-6, 6-2, despite the fact that the game was interrupted because of rainfall. However, Sinner struggled. He's still trying to recover. He's still recovering from his injury in his right hip. And of course, he had to be massaging that area. But then, of course, it's going to be a major concern as he still shows his intention to compete at the US Open, which will be starting in the first night. For him, he said it was really a great game of mine. That's for Andrei Rublev. It was really a great match of mine. Janik is an amazing player and he has played unbelievably for 2 years. I was just hoping I would be able to fight with him. And of course, he was able to get past him. Of course, in another encounter, Andrei Rublev, of course, will be facing Chile's Alejandro Tabilu. Yes, of course. For Rublev, like I said, he went past Jarek Sinner. Yes, and so he'll be taking on. He'll be facing another Italian in Matteo Analdi in the semi-finals. Of course, for Analdi, he defeated Kai Nishikori of Japan 6-4, 7-5. So, of course, hopefully, maybe for Analdi, he'll be able to get one back for his Italian compatriot. Of course, and also in another tennis event going on in Toronto, Jessica Pegula defeated Peyton Stearns 6-4, 7-5 to reach the semi-finals. Of course, for Pegula, she'll be taking on Diana Schneider, who defeated Lyudmila Samsonova of Russia. She defeated her 4-6, 6-1, 6-4. So that's so much is happening in the other sports. Of course, we know in 2 weeks' time the US Open will be going down. So we just take the short break, and then of course when we come back, we'll talk about Team Nigeria and how we fared at the 2024 Olympic Games.
All right, at this time, traffic around the Butero-Akpongbon axis, it is looking good on CMS Bridge inwards of Fin Canal Market stretch to Jora Olokpa, just by the NEPA intersection. Now, moving ahead from that end, as you descend CMS Bridge inwards, you be roundabout connecting in Marina, not bad. Good on Broad Street to Akpongbon under bridge connecting of Fin Canal Market and Oluwole. On a co-bridge connecting Akpongbon to connect CMS proper, moving towards Elegbata, Leventis, Inner and Outer Marina, things are looking good. Back to you, Lugo.
Yes, of course, like I said, not really turn out to be a good campaign for Team Nigeria at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. And of course, we for some of the athletes, they are saying that they're going to be looking back and hopefully they get themselves, prepared for the next, the next Olympic Games, which will be held in Los Angeles in 2028. However, for power for the weightlifters, I'm talking about Lawal. She said that it was an experience like no other, and hopefully she will take this experience. She'll take it further and put herself, in a very good competitive move for the next one. However, if we look at all the events we competed in: table tennis, badminton, of course, the athletics event, our 4x400 meter relay um, team getting disqualified. And, even Toby Amushon, that we all felt maybe she might be able to make it. Our only hope, she got dashed in the semi-finals as she couldn't even make it to the final. Of course, one of the shining light of the Olympic Games was the Tigress for getting two victories against world number 5 Australia, and of course world number 3 Canada. And of course their effort has put the likes of Rena Wakama on the spotlight, with lots of some reports stating that some WNBA teams are looking at her. And then of course we all know what that the issue that went down in favor of Philly's registration for the 100-meter race. Of course, she wasn't registered, and the back and forth row between the NOC and the AFN, of course, and even the sport ministry saying that they will find a way. They would create a fact-finding committee to see what really went wrong. However, even in table tennis, we didn't go quite far. Aruna Quadri getting knocked out at the preliminary stage and all that, and it didn't really look quite good. And of course, even for the boxing, in boxing, we had one of our athletes, who was suspended, and of course, eventually couldn't take part because she failed the doping test. Yes, so and of course, it's really go down for Team Nigeria. Even the athletes, the other foreign athletes that took part in cycling and other events, I must say, right now, most of them will come back and look at 2024 Olympic Games as a moment to not just to recount their losses, but then it should be a deep reflection for the sporting federations in Nigeria. Of course, we know that the Super Falcons also got knocked out in the first round in the group stages, not even getting to win a game, and struggled to just get a goal. Yes, that was against the last match against Japan, which they lost 3-1. However, in as much as we would say the first 2 games against Spain and then Brazil, tight game, we lost by a goal to nil in both games. Good defense, but you need to score goals to win matches. So, I must say it's a time to not just reflect, but to restart and reboot. And then, of course, we start putting things, in right places. For the wrestling guys too, the likes of Odunayo Adeguruye, tenacity was not just enough. I saw that our last fight in the quarterfinal stage, because she got a bye. Not really a bye, because our first fight, within a couple of seconds, she was able to overpower our opponent, and she was still strong enough. But then by the time she faced our Chinese opponent in the next stage, she overpowered her, and she lost by close margin, 8-10. In the scores. And then even Blessing Oborodudu, when she made it to the semi-finals, she lost it. And when she even got to the bronze medal fight, she was not able to make it to podium finish. So it says a lot that there's still so much to be done, and we need to start catching them young, because by 2028, roughly 4 years from now, we would not want to start saying the same. Of course, it's going to be in America. Remember the last time we went to America as a nation? That was when we had 2 gold medals. Chioma Ajonwa's long jump, and then, of course, the under-23 golden Dream Team 4. So, all the best to all of them, and hopefully we can have new sets of athletes that would put Nigeria's name on the map. From there, of course, I go over to the international football scene. Yes, of course, we know yesterday, Team USA defeated Brazil by a goal to nil, and that was Marta's last dance. Yes, sadly, the last 3 Olympic finals she made, it was always USA. That was different between her and, of course, a gold medal. But then, of course, for Emma Hayes, she has brought USA back again to that reckoning, and everybody is looking at them, and hopefully she'll be able to take USA to the next level, because they'll be looking forward to winning the Women's World Cup soon. And then, yesterday, the big one went down at Wembley, where Manchester City defeated Manchester United 7-6 on penalties. Of course, yes, we go. Of course, the stories be Manchester City won. However, they had to go down to penalty shootout. But then Manchester United took the lead in the 82nd minute via Alejandro Garnacho, and then the last 2 minutes of the game, Bernardo Silva brought Man City to level that game 1-1. And then after extra time, the game went into penalties. And sadly, John Evans, yes, missed his own spot kick with Manuel Akonji, who missed his own spot kick for Switzerland against England. But then he went on to convert his own spot kick for Man City for Pep Guardiola to now win his 18th title trophy as a Manchester City coach. And so, I must say, good one for Manchester City. Starting off with a silverware for Manchester United. Yes, in as much as they lost that final, some good news for the fans. Yes, they've agreed. Man United have agreed a 43.6 million pounds deal with Bayern Munich for the signing of Matthias de Ligt. And then, of course, in another separate deal, they've agreed another 17.2 million pounds deal with Bayern Munich for Moroccan right back Mazauri. So, yes, but then on the flip side, Man United look like they are going to be agreeing with West Ham for the sale of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So, by this time, by the end of the summer transfer window, Wan-Bissaka should be a West Ham player. And so, looking so much, so much for United fans as well. Looking like Bruno Fernandes is set to sign a new deal with Manchester United. Looking like he's going to sign another 2 to 3 year deal on the cards for him in the next few weeks. So, despite the fact that his contract ends in 2 seasons, but then United wants to take up that clause to give him an extra 2-year deal. And so, hopefully, he would also still be wearing the colors of Manchester United. So, for preseason games that are going down, yes, earlier today, Arsenal defeated Olympique Lyon by 2-0 in the Emirates Cup. And Arsenal went on to win that. The 2 goals came from William Saliba and, of course, Gabriel in the first half. Liverpool trashed Sevilla. Yes, with our own Kelechi Iheanacho there, they trashed Sevilla 4-1. I must say, hopefully, Iheanacho knows that, hey, coming to Spain is not going to be all rosy. But then for Liverpool, it's a good start. And Arne Slot looks like he's now getting everything taken. Of course, still sticking with Liverpool, Fabio Carvalho, as Liverpool have agreed a 27.5 million pounds deal with Brentford to sell Fabio Carvalho to them. And then, of course, still sticking with transfers, Chelsea, they are the money bags right now in the transfer window. They've signed on Pedro Neto from Wolves for a fee that will be totaling up to 54 million pounds. Carvalho has signed a 7-year deal with the Blues, which will until 2031. Of course, for him, he says, I'm really grateful to have joined this club. I've worked really hard in my career to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting on the pitch with this shirt. Of course, hopefully he would be able to, he will be registered in time, of course, as the new league season begins. Of course, Chelsea played a 1-1 draw with Inter Milan at the end of today's game in their preseason friendly. And of course, moving over to another London team, Tottenham Hotspurs have signed Dominic Solanke, yes, for a fee worth about 65 million pounds. Yes, Solanke, who was the top goal scorer for Bournemouth last season, scoring 21 goals in 42 appearances, has signed a 6-year deal with Tottenham Hotspurs. And yesterday, Spurs actually lost the friendly game in the Malta Cup, Visit Malta Cup. Yes, they lost to Bayern Munich by 3-2. Harry Kane came back into the stadium with getting a standing ovation. So, well, hopefully Dominic Solanke maybe be able to go there and fill the boat. And then, of course, yes, story that looked like, hey, who's going to be the next English boss? Yes, they've actually agreed to put Lee Carsley, former under-23 coach. Yes, he has been appointed as the interim boss for the 3 Lions of England, and he will lead them to the UEFA Nations League games they'll be playing next month. Going back to transfer window, yes, Fulham have made a 20 million pounds bid for Crystal Palace Anderson. Of course, still with Crystal Palace, Maguire, yes, is of interest for Newcastle United. They're interested in signing Maguire. So, of course, it's football season is back. By this time next week, of course, a lot of the Premier League teams would have played their game. On Friday, of course, Manchester United will be taking on Fulham. That has our own Alex Iwobi there. So lots of football is gradually coming back, and the football fans will be looking forward. On this note, we'll be definitely be signing out. Of course, as always, don't drink and drive. Respect all the traffic rules, and we look forward to a beautiful week ahead. My name remains Oluwole Logo. Have a beautiful week ahead. God bless.